we sign out the papers.
Seun, explain what's on your finger.
Explain what's up.
On your ring,
Why wasn't
my
I
ring
invited?
finger.
You see, this is how they lose focus.
Oh, now we're losing focus.
Losing
No, answer
focus.
the question. When did you marry?
When will you marry?
I'm married to Christ.
It's a purity ring, Abby.
Purity ring.
You Jezebel. Zoom in a little bit.
They're good.
Very good, actually.
Okay.
Go on, over.
No,
Do it too much.
keep it in the car.
Is that what you're trying to hide?
I'm trying to keep it because he doesn't want his trainer to see him.
They play.
No, I can eat this.
Oh, okay.
I can. I just don't want it to be in the shot.
Why? No. Are you okay?
That's the black. That's the black way man eats. Even banana self. You break it.
Come on, banana.
That's to see it through, my boy.
Got to see it through, my boy.
Are you happy?
I'm unavailable.
I don't want.
Them know they see me. No,
All right. I'm just
that's
trying
only because my trainer is watching.
to break.
In fact, what kind of trimmer? Give me wire from there. Why are you eating Skittles?
Gaga to one gaga.
You want to try me?
Why are you eating Skittles?
You want to try me?
Why are you eating Skittles?
I will blow you away.
I will break.
This is ethanol. What does it say?
Can you hear the sound?
What does it say?
Can you hear the sound? Can you hear the sound?
Meanwhile, I'm just here minding my own business.
Eating Skittles.
Got to see it through, my boy.
No problem.
Anyway,
Because I have gasoline on my hand.
look at you.
I know.
I can't even start with song now.
This thing will make.
You see what you've done?
This will make noise for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, you've angered the gods. Eating Skittles, you've angered the gods. That's the
This man say you angered the gods.
Anger the gods, Abi. Heimdall. But
Anyway.
what?
I told you.
You see you. See what you've caused.
Don't vex the gods. They will join both of you.
Welcome to the Three Quarters Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You know the vibes already.
No, we don't.
Sorry, we didn't have an episode last week.
Whose fault was
Here's
that?
the thing: if you saw the episode last weekend, that's a cursed episode.
I'm telling you.
When I tell you everything that could go wrong went wrong. We charged the camera batteries. When it came time to record, all the cameras died. We recorded audio, so okay, maybe we'll just put out audio episode. Guess what happened?
Audio jackpot.
We sounded like robots. So, we're trying this week again and we're back. Hope people missed us. Hope your bread was buttered.
We're all just chopping into the microphones right now.
It's not all though.
Listen,
No, he's chopping into the
It's
microphone.
after work, and if you know gym rules, you must get the gains.
Hey, man.
So
I've
after
actually-
work, you must make sure you eat early so you don't eat late and get weight.
I've actually been feeling weak at work because I haven't had sugar. I've hardly had any sugar.
Have you been substituting with good sugars?
I just haven't had sugar. I don't eat fruits for real. I should.
You should eat fruits. The
don't
fruits
eat
will help to get those natural sugars.
I had to buy a soda today because I was about to pass out.
Yeah, you got to get you some natural sugars.
But yeah,
But we're back. Well, hello again. Hello, everybody.
Edu has energy today.
He has energy. I was about to say.
Hey, man, I'll tell you the truth. The gym has really been helping my energy lately.
That's very much true.
Because I sleep
Even
like
though it feels like my chest wants to jump up and just run away.
in fact, it's not even chest. I feel like, honestly, to lift my arm sometimes hurts. I've ever just felt like your whole body is a weight.
Yeah.
Exactly how I feel.
Wait, so what did you think your body was before? It's not weight.
It doesn't. You don't feel anything.
You don't feel it.
You don't feel
heavy. You don't feel heaviness.
You don't feel heaviness.
okay. Oh.
You feel heaviness.
I feel
You're
the-
walking around just.
I feel the weight of my body.
Oh, muscle man.
Giga Seun. You started again. Leave that thing alone.
No, since we want to look for
Oh,
trouble.
God.
We will all
This
carry.
is how we're going to do the
We
episode.
will all carry our own weapons. It's okay.
Yeah, what's your on fire?
You want me to bring it?
Ice.
Which
I
one
have
is
a
mine?
sword as well.
I carry the blood of Jesus.
That one, let me keep it.
You jam rock, as the artist will say.
Anyway,
What's been going on in social media and pop culture lately? For real, what's been going on?
what's going on?
I don't know. I'm asking you guys.
Well,
I've been too busy to look at shit.
it's been quite.
It's
For
been a
me
busy
personally,
week.
I've never had time to, like, all the accounts. Everybody, while as I'm on a break, everybody's on a break.
Wow.
We're all on a break.
Just so you know, he's a social media manager for not only us,
Wow.
the church, the choir, all of
Everybody
them.
is on break.
So notice that there's been no post. The only post the church has been getting has been reposts of other people's reels.
On break. So sorry. It's my
It
mental health.
is what it is.
Anytime. Sometimes you just have to take a week or two off. And,
I mean, we took last week off. I mean,
Yeah, did we?
Speaking of time off, man, I'm about to be fun employed for a month.
Said
Fun
fun employed.
Fun employed.
That's good.
I decided I'm going to take like a real break. I don't remember the last time I haven't had a job in like the last 7 years.
Hey man, bills. There's too many bills for me to do that.
Just take 1 month off.
Nope. Absolutely not.
What? Listen, man. You have to take care of yourself, and to be going how much I've been going because I also work nights too. So I've been working nights for all of 7 years now. So it's like sometimes you gotta give yourself that reset.
No, you definitely deserve a break once in a while.
Definitely.
Just know if
I
I
don't even know
come
when my next
need
break's
to
gonna
borrow sugar, it's your house I'm coming to.
I'll lock my door.
Wow.
What are friends for?
What are friends for?
This is what they're from.
This
Listen.
Did I send you to go and take break off work?
If I will break into your house, kill you, and then come to your grave and scream, "Hey, brother Bernard!" and then just to act as if I didn't do it.
No problem.
the first suspect. Brother Ben.
But no, as far as social media and pop culture, I don't really think anything has really popped off as of recent. There hasn't been nothing.
Yeah, y'all need to do some more. Go some more.
Wow.
It's quiet on the street.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where is the toxicity? I thrive in toxicity. I need you to give me more.
Clip.
That's a clip. Honestly.
Continue.
No, you forget.
I'm getting energy now.
You haven't forgotten the one that they already got him on TikTok.
Which one they get
Don't
me on
worry.
TikTok?
The one where they call they was insulted your own generation. He's an Uncle Tom. I said, yeah.
What did I even say? I don't even remember
Wow.
what I said. I just said I want you people to like each other and love each other. You people want to attack me. You don't want to like each other. Go and kill each other. Hey, Lemon.
Translation?
I don't care if they don't know what it is. Go and Google it.
How do you even spell it?
I don't know.
Use your ear. Whatever you hear, type it.
Whatever you hear, type it up. But yeah, no, I don't think there's really anything going on in social media.
Oh, we have to have something.
Football's been good. Except for today.
Soccer has been good.
Soccer has been good.
Football.
It is football, but I'm helping you people so you don't get confused because NFL is not back yet.
Football has been good.
I agree with you.
Except today.
What happened
Today is
today?
not good.
He
what
wants
happened today?
events.
City won.
What's the problem?
What's the problem with City winning?
He's a Manchester United fan.
I'm a United fan
Just
too.
like you are.
It's like the Antichrist announcing his return.
I really don't think Ejiro is a Man United fan.
Ejiro.
Let's say this.
He's a glory hunter.
Ejiro is not a red.
It's not a
he's
glory hunter.
burgundy.
It's not a glory hunter.
He's
Back when I lived in the UK, I was definitely more into soccer than I am now. Now I'm more into football.
the fact that they call it
Specifically-
soccer first of all is a red flag.
He's been disowned.
Is a red flag.
Oh God.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes. Red flag.
the only reason I'm more into football now because my brother plays football, so
that's
I'm more
understandable.
transitioned into the whole football space. Because sometimes I have to explain things to my mom. Why is he carrying the ball? I said, Mom.
Why is he carrying the ball?
You know what's funny, right? My dad loves UFC.
Oh,
Your likes. That's what happened.
yeah.
Glory, glory. Yeah, if I start, I
Easy,
go
easy.
compatriot.
Easy.
Bessie.
The one and only airbender.
Hey,
The last starbender.
The star bender. Man, I was lucky scared for him because I don't know. Nigerian fighters have been looking shaky.
First
I
of all,
mean,
after
recently-
Usman lost, I said, yeah.
Got his shit.
Yeah, last hope.
He said,
Well, what's his name? Got back his thing. Joshua.
I already
That's not his
disowned him.
real belt. He didn't beat Usyk, did he?
He did.
It wasn't Usyk.
Even if he got belts back,
I mean, I feel like he's
I have
done.
disowned him.
I don't think
Don't
Anthony
disown
Johnson.
him,
I don't
can-
think he beat Usyk.
Check.
I don't think it
because
was
I know
Usyk
I
that
saw
he
that
beat.
He
beat
beat
one.
somebody,
beat
but I don't think it was
some-
Usyk.
Some minnow,
Yeah,
some small.
Is this
person.
how the great has fallen?
yeah.
Pretty much.
Usyk is just bad for him, and now he's trying to fight Tyson Fury.
He's gonna get knocked out by Tyson
Yeah,
Fury.
yeah,
Tyson Fury.
I don't get.
My noodles.
Yeah, he beat Jermaine Franklin in a unanimous decision.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Who is Jermaine Franklin?
Mm.
That's a nobody.
But that's what you call a tune-up fight. So I think that was him trying to get his mojo back.
So, okay.
But definitely, shout out to Israel, man. He low-key was getting pieced up in the first round. But like he says, he doesn't hope and pray when he throws. Yeah. He just aims and fires because that knockout was clean. Also, what I loved the most was the parriness.
The
parriness.
Yeah, that was
that one was sweet.
It was expected. It was good.
It was sweet.
It was good, but at the same time, I was like,
No, you got to say. Listen, talk.
It's a child.
Shit, get back.
It's a child.
Doesn't matter. Yes, it does.
No.
What you did at 6 can come back and catch you when you're 11. Chat shit, get banged.
No.
You talk shit, your dad gets knocked out.
Your dad. I heard Drake bet on the fight.
Yeah, but here's the thing with Drake's bets. His bets are staked. If I remember what I read correctly.
Oh yeah.
So like, regardless of how much he loses,
he runs a betting company.
Or I think it's FanDuel.
No, he has his own betting company. He's invested in the people he's betting through.
So if he does 400,000 in bets, at least 200 or 300,000 is guaranteed to come back to him. So,
but then he'll get more people to bet through his company.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he bet like 400,000 and won like 1.8 million.
How math is. It's okay.
That's how betting works, man. Like
I don't know anything about betting.
yeah, I don't bet.
First of all, I'm not even going to get into all you people who are FanDuel aficionados. How you people will just act as if you're not gambling addicts, but we'll leave that one alone.
See all these Nigerian Instagram comedians advertising 1xBet.
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 Bet with sense. Instead of saying bet responsibly, they said bet with sense. Nigerian.
1xBet is actually crazy. Every comedian has been sponsored by 1xBet. All of them.
Even the Muslim ones. The ones that are not supposed to be from them.
I mean, man must chop. Even though it's Ramadan, but
Would they fast from the money? Would they fast from the money they're receiving from 1xBet?
I mean, from what I
They
understand,
use it to break now.
from what I understand of Ramadan, like it's supposed to like be a holy month of trying to stay away from sin and blah,
And that's sin.
and all these different things. So, and
That's
if
haram.
they're promoting gambling, I don't know.
That's
But again,
Hamrizi.
I'm not Muslim,
Hamrizi.
so please, our Muslim brothers and sisters, educate us in the bottom and let us know
actually
if
educate us,
that's a thing. Because I personally don't know.
I don't know either.
But yeah,
Cool.
All right.
today's topic, we actually.
How can I be homophobe?
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
You said all right in just the right tone for me to get it. That's his.
I wanted
ad-lib.
to everyone finish the lyrics. But
Then
I wanted you to finish it. That's why I didn't finish it.
we would have got that one if we had got you. That is the intro part of the episode.
Sweet.
The intro part of the episode.
Can't catch me sleeping.
But
That's what you think.
oh, don't worry, it will happen. One day we'll just blurt that. I gotta. No, you just finish it. But so today's episode, I had quite a few things in mind, but what really has been on my heart specifically is just.
Here we go again.
Oh God.
Oh shit.
Oh God. No. So what I actually genuinely had on my heart was specifically this whole back and forth on the issue of submission.
Submission.
Yes.
Did we talk about this before?
We started talking about it, but we didn't finish it.
I mean, so what is your qualm?
So my qualm is I don't understand, and this is from a man's perspective, I don't understand why a lot of people view submission as servitude.
I
Hey,
really don't wanna
where will
comment.
I start
I don't
with
want to talk about.
Where will I start with this one today?
Actually,
Hey,
The fire has been lit.
it's just
Run with it.
there's many aspects to it. And
I'm listening.
it's not just one viewpoint.
is there context? Is there a scenario?
So-
or is this just
Okay,
general.
let's take a scenario that I actually saw on TikTok. I actually tried to find the video so we can clip it. But there was this situation where the girl was trying to say that she's not submitting to a man because I'm not his servant and blah 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 blah. And for me to submit, he has to do X, Y, and Z. And then I listened to the video and I was just like, y'all love. First of all, I just actually mixed two scenarios in my head. So let me rephrase. Specifically, I'm going to address this to men. How a lot of men tend to equate submission to servitude, specifically in our culture.
Okay, all right, fine.
that's where I was waiting for you to land since
Because
I knew where you
because
were
that
going.
is definitely not true.
Specifically in our culture, because here's why I say
outside of
this.
our culture.
Specifically in our culture, they like to throw this, wives, submit
But
to
you know
your
what I noticed,
husband.
Idro, and this is my qualm with you.
Go ahead.
This is my qualm with you.
Go ahead.
Right? You could have taken this with the viewpoint of generalism of everybody and the fact that it shouldn't mean servitude. And a lot of people, a lot of men, especially in this generation, are learning and are implementing submission less in the version of servitude and more in the version of, okay, like we're in this together, you know? But you always go for the Africans.
Yes, I do.
We don't have to be about that.
Okay.
We
Here's
really
why-
don't.
here's why I
Because
go-
it could just be a general topic about why do women have an issue with submission.
And the fact is, women, generally speaking, have a twisted ideology of submission.
So
Both
here's
men and women, really.
here's why
Is-
I go specifically for our culture all the time. One, my experience specifically is rooted in Nigerian tradition. True or false?
Yeah.
Right? Two, all three of us sitting here are the first generation of Nigerian Americans.
Mhm.
We have also learned that a lot of our traditions that we tend to carry with us are toxic in and of themselves. True or false? So if we are able to give insight, which a large majority of our audience is African, why aren't we discussing topics specifically related to us?
No, we
and
can.
how they affect us?
We can, but I
The
just saw
reason
you.
why-
I
no.
saw you going in the general
It's-
version
it's-
already.
So
and
here's
then
why-
you did
And
the
then-
pivot.
No, here's why. Here's why.
Drop the shoulder.
drop your
Just
shoulder.
drop your shoulder.
Here's why I went to us specifically. Because like I always like to say, you have to take the speck or the log out of your eye before you can go general. So let's go specific first and talk into us. And then as the episode goes on, we can divulge and go into a larger topic. The reason specifically I'm going to this one is because we are all three men. We are all three men in relationships. And we are also all three men who have seen the different outlook of how our culture subjugates to some degree women and children.
Well, I will agree with you. Like our culture definitely, especially African men, older African men, they're in that mindset. But if we truly think about it, it isn't just limited to women being servitude or being subjugated. Whichever word you want to use for it. It's not just women being put in this situation where they're seen as almost servants in their own house. Look at how the children are treated. So it's up and down. It's up and down the spectrum. It's all the way around. Even if you're not their child, if you're just younger and you just happen to be in their house, if you just happen to be, spending time with we have this culture of servitude.
We have a culture of ageism and misogyny.
Yeah, it's part of our
So,
culture.
First off, I think we need a woman's perspective. A woman to actually come and speak on their their ideology and their outlook on what.
If you would like to come on the show, let us know.
I mean, we have friends that could come.
I mean, yeah, but we need that perspective, and that's one. Two, is then we have to define what do you think submission is,
yeah.
and then we can build off of
okay,
that.
the three of us, since we don't have a woman here to speak on it, we have to speak on it
Exactly.
No, no,
with
yeah.
our experiences as well, and outside of our experiences when it comes to generalizations of, men and women. What do you guys believe submission is in the household?
I think submission to me is a partnership. I think it's doing for the greater good of the entirety of the relationship. It's not a sacrifice first. It's not a sacrifice mentality as I want to put it, but more so looking at it as like you're giving the best of you to provide the best of us, if that makes sense. So
To me, it's a little weird, and I really can't even put words to it because I feel like if I put words to it, it doesn't encompass all that it is, and the words I might use might push in the wrong direction. There's a man of a house is supposed to be the protector of the house, right? He's supposed to provide for the house, for the family. All those things have changed over time where women have more power, women have more autonomy to be able to create for themselves. And this actually goes into another topic I would like to talk about, but I'll say it at the end of what I'm trying to say here. But to me, what submission means doesn't mean that you'll now bow down to your husband and he will now become your almighty ruler. It's about having a certain amount of respect for your husband, yes. To be able to say that, yes, you are the man of this house to a certain extent. I mean, not to a certain extent, but yes, he's the man of the house, right? But a man of the house doesn't mean that you would then start, oppressing your wife.
But that's what a lot of things we see in our homes and in our culture is.
And that's wrong.
Even in culture now, even in some places in Nigeria now, and in some homes, even in some homes in America, you dare not talk when the man of the house is talking. I mean, we know it.
We can't blame or we can't point at people that have twisted it and use that as a benchmark or as an example for anything. If someone's done that, so another household they do it differently, doesn't mean that they're doing it better. You both can still be abusing the term or the submission, and you're doing it differently.
Okay.
And
if we want to,
wait.
Go ahead.
We're talking about women. The reality is submission is both ways.
Yeah,
wife submits to your husband. And
I
your
was gonna
husband
get to that, but I didn't.
submits to your
I
wife.
forgot about it because I thought about it originally when you said it.
Yeah, and we always overlook it because it's always bashed on women. The truth is, you submit to your wife, and
you have to.
The way the wife submits to the husband is just different from the way the man submits to his wife.
Exactly, it looks differently.
That's all. It's not.
But people need to get away from thinking of submission as servitude. Submission to me is more about respect.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's a mutual respect as well. And you have to be able to have emotional intelligence and realize that your lives are what you make it and not what someone else tells you it is.
Exactly.
So if you decide that you want to have respect for each other, care for each other, and be together as a team moving forward, not saying that this is all upon him or this is all upon me, then you'll actually get somewhere. And that actually kind of what I was going to say that I was relating to before was the whole mindset of the independence woman. And this might be me digging my own grave.
Probably is.
But
You want a shovel?
Sean's ready for the clip. Wait,
Dig it.
let me dig the grave. But
that TikTok. I don't know how to whistle. Yeah, here it comes.
but no, like
oh, you talk about the Orlando?
Yeah,
There it is.
There it is.
But no, there's actually been a lot of media about it, and I've seen a lot of people talking more about the fact that a lot of men out here don't wake up or don't. If you're thinking, if a man is saying, okay, what is my criteria for women? We know what the criteria for many women, when many women is for men. They want the things that we talked about last time.
discussed
That's,
it, yeah.
that's
6 foot,
that
100K.
I didn't say shit. I didn't say anything. But
things
what
in
is
which
what
man
is
qualifies
people?
for?
People never really ask what a man is looking for in a woman. Women tell men what they want.
I was about to get to that. Have you asked a woman
Woman-
what she believes?
Yeah,
and
women
it's
will
very
tell
shallow.
men what they believe that men want. Even though we don't tell women what they want. They tell us what they want, and we try to conform to it. That's what I feel. It might not be the case with everybody, but 90% of the
Because niggas
time,
don't do anything for Yash.
women don't really ask men
Dave.
what they. Yes, you do anything for Yash, right? Men will do anything for Yash, but would they do anything to marry a girl? Like, we're talking about marriage, not just smashing. Yes, you do anything to smash, or about marrying the
But
person.
that's a part of the problem.
Okay.
Like,
Getting to the real question about what men really want in women,
Okay.
right? They want that companion. Do they really want a boss B?
Yeah, I do.
You want a boss B. You
Yeah.
want a woman that doesn't need you.
And
Yeah,
that's
I
the,
do.
that's I was
That's
waiting
really
for
what
that.
you want.
I was
I
waiting
do.
for that pin to drop.
Yeah.
Does a boss B mean that she doesn't need you? That's one.
In-
Two.
in
Wait,
their eyes.
wait. And
No,
secondly,
wait. Don't shake him yet. Don't shake him yet.
hold on.
Don't shake him yet.
No, I
too,
have two
because
questions.
the-
I have two questions. Let me ask the second because it's the same thing, but it's different.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you said at the beginning, what you were going to was independent women, and we are talking about submission before that. So then my next question is, can those or
Can
do
a
you
boss
think,
be
no?
be
Can an
submissive?
independent woman, boss bitch, I believe is different from independent
okay.
woman. Can an
Are we-
independent
okay,
woman?
what's the difference?
Can an independent woman not be submissive?
That's a weird question.
Yes, they can.
They can.
They can.
I
So
feel
here's-
like it's
here-
a
here's
weird
an
question.
example. Here's
But
an
let
example.
me go back to what you are shaking hands for. Right?
Okay.
You
What
were
were you shaking
agreeing
hands
with
for?
him because he said, "What did you say?"
I want my wife and the person that I settled
No,
down
No,
with.
I
talk
don't
about
know. I
what
said
he
the
said.
definition of a boss B.
No, I shook his hand when he said that he
know
also
what he
wants
said.
somebody that doesn't need him.
No, I didn't say
No,
that.
he never said that.
So what did I shake your hand for?
Why did you shake?
I don't know
I
why
can't
you're
remember what I
shaking.
said.
That's why I said, hold on before you shake
No,
his
no,
hand.
but
Anyway,
you-
but
no,
what
no,
I
no.
was getting to,
Yeah.
what I was getting to,
We replayed
the whole idea, and let's be real. Yes, there's some mature women out there who are bosses, right?
Yes.
And truthfully, someone that is a boss doesn't need to say that they're a boss.
True.
90% of female CEOs, you will not see them on the street saying, I'm a female CEO. But the people that are trying to aspire to be these bosses, or they already believe that they're bosses, aren't really bosses. They just happen to be making a lot of money.
But that's not the
and they want
argument
to
that you're making.
Wait. But they want to shout that, yes, I feel like it's all rooted in insecurities, truthfully. That they want to be able to shout that I'm this boss, I'm this big person. When 90%, well, let me not say, because obviously it's 1/3 in this room. 1/3 of, or 2/3 of men isn't necessarily looking for a CEO wife. They're looking for someone that will complete their house.
Okay.
That will make them whole.
Let me respond to a couple of things that you just said. So the first thing is, if you look at majority of CEOs, and especially those women who are specifically higher up, a lot of them, especially when you speak to them and you watch their interviews, a lot of them said they love leading in the workplace and loving the fact that when they come home, they don't have to lead. So that's where those two can coexist, where a woman is extremely independent and extremely driven in her career and extremely successful in her career, but then also understands and respects the dichotomy of what their relationship looks like at home.
But
that's where that
doesn't
coexists.
necessarily-
One,
But
two,
you're very much right
two.
about that.
Hold on,
but that doesn't happen
wait,
with the women that we have these days.
You know,
I get what you're saying.
wait, now let me finish.
let me finish.
Two, another thing that is extremely paramount, and when I said that I want my woman to not need me, I absolutely want my wife and the person that I'm married to not need me.
Yeah,
But I want them to love me and care for me enough to want to include me in their life. That's the key.
that's it.
Because
you know what
taking
I
care-
was getting
here's
at
why-
by that, though?
No. Here, words matter. Words matter. And if we say I want somebody that needs me, I don't want somebody that
I
needs me.
never said that.
No
No,
one said that.
I am talking now.
Go ahead.
I don't want somebody that needs me because eventually that need is going to feel like a burden. because then it's gonna look as if, oh well, I'm damn near taking care of a child.
Yeah.
I want somebody who's able to operate without me, but cares and
course.
wants enough, or or cares and loves me and respects me enough to value my opinion and want to run decisions by me, and we come together as a collective to make the greater decision of whatever it is we want to do.
I agree with that.
Can I just
But-
jump before you go? I'm not saying much. I don't fully agree. I agree a lot. I don't fully agree.
First of all, why
But-
is there a ring on your wedding finger?
Is it the right finger? Which one is it?
You were saying.
You have married. Hey! Sis, what? Okay.
Wow.
And I wasn't there.
Wow.
The fact that you think
Wow. Hey. Aye, BT Traba.
we signed out the papers.
Seun, explain what's on your
Explain
finger.
what's up.
On your ring,
Why wasn't I
marriage
invited?
finger.
You see, this is how they lose focus.
Oh, now we're losing focus.
Losing
No, answer the
focus.
question. When did you marry?
When will you marry?
I'm married to Christ.
Ah, it's a purity ring, Abi.
Purity ring.
You Jezebel.
Joe, continue what you were saying before.
No, all I was see now. Let me put it there. All I was saying was that I don't completely agree, because I think that it's important for you to need me. You don't have to need me. I'm not saying that your world should revolve around me and then you can't make a decision without me.
Or you can't pay your rent, or you can't
pay,
leave, you can't eat.
You can live and survive without me.
Yeah.
But there still becomes there's a place for where you're needed. First of all, which is not too far off, men need to feel needed. That's the first thing. If
I don't
men
think we
don't
feel,
feel
to need. I don't think we. That's where I disagree. I don't think we.
I think
feel,
it's built into men
I don't
to
think
feel
we.
needed.
I don't think we love to or look to feel needed. I think we like to feel wanted. That's a different. That's a different feeling.
no needed. I picked needed specifically
Why do you say needed?
because you yourself imagine a situation where you're married, you're living in a household with someone, your wife, presumably your wife. And
I don't know. Shell's married, so he's probably living with her already.
first of all, no, we don't do that here.
Continue what you're saying, please. I'm enjoying
He's
this.
looking for
I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for you to bury him. But
No,
continue.
I'm not burying him. I
No,
just
I'm
like
going
to
to
see-
bury him.
Oh, go ahead. Do your
Continue.
thing. Yeah, I'm enjoying my time.
ganging up.
Oh yeah.
No, wait. I said you can both go after. I'm just
count- the
chilling.
countdown is
Me,
loading.
I'm chilling.
As I was saying, feeling wanted, I feel, is a general expectation that everyone has.
Both sides, yeah.
Male and female.
Okay.
Specifically, men want to feel needed. I don't want to be. You don't. Even you. I'll put the question or the scenario to you. If you live in a house with your wife, and she takes care of everything, and you don't, she doesn't need you to make a decision. She doesn't need you to fix anything. She doesn't need you to live or survive. What do you feel like? Don't you think that you feel like a furniture piece in the house?
So this is
you're
where-
literally coexisting with someone that. Well, I want to eat this. I don't need to ask you what we're going to eat tonight. My car is broken. I don't need to ask you to fix it or take it. I don't need you to.
You're fitting
get
more
gas.
into the original gender roles, is what you're saying.
Gender roles are gender roles. That is not something that we can say we want to eliminate
get rid
or
of completely.
get extinct. They're there for a reason. They might have been
least
abused.
At least semblances of them will be there. At least.
There's no family structure that will not have gender roles.
I wouldn't say
Whether
gender,
you twist
here's-
them- No,
here's why I
wait,
say
wait,
gen-
wait.
I wouldn't say gender roles.
That's
I would
what-
say that
that's
there
what
are-
you-
I would
that's
say
what-
that there are as a family there are certain agreed upon things that each person is obligated to do. That's not necessarily
Fair
gender
enough.
roles.
The gender roles I will assume that the gender roles you're talking about is
The man
the man
providing.
goes out and the woman cooks
Brings
and blah, blah,
home.
blah, right? That's what we're saying.
I get what you're saying, but I don't think that exists in a modern day family because both parents are working. So at this point, it's whoever comes home cooks. Whoever comes home cooks.
Even
For
so-
example,
wait,
wait, there are certain things
In both
but
families
there are
that
certain things-
families that both men and women are working, is it? Can you say that 100% of those families, both men and women are also cooking, and both
can't-
men and women are also taking care of
That's-
the
I
children?
was about to-
Say
that's what I
that,
was
but that's
saying.
dependent on your agreement with
Agreement
your
with your
relationship.
spouse, yeah.
That's why I'm saying, like, I get what you're trying to say, but I don't
So
think
those
it's
roles
more
still
so,
exist,
I
even
don't
in
think
those
it's more
families.
so
That's
gender
my point.
roles. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like in this day and age, it's not more so gender roles. It's more so what fits best for your family needs. For example, a family where the wife is working and the husband isn't. The husband is more likely to cook than the wife. A family where both are working, but the husband gets off work earlier. He's more likely to take the kids to school than the mom is.
There's many combinations of
so
both,
it just
there's a
varies.
thin line where we ourselves might very well get blurred, where we've now defined gender roles as what the traditional people long time ago that we think is not modern have called gender roles. Now, who says the man cooking is not a gender? It's a gender role. I'm a gender, and that's my role. So
I
we
get what you're
decided that
I guess what you're saying.
I work from home.
You're talking about stereotypical gender roles versus just gender roles.
Gender roles. Gender roles are gender roles. Gender roles can't go anywhere. So now stereotypical gender roles are gender roles based on culture, based on religion, based on all the things that everyone is associated with and believes in. Now, if you decide to stick to those traditional, maybe gender roles, that's still your agreement. At the end of the day, somebody's going to do this cooking, somebody's going to do this cleaning, somebody's going to make the money,
that's a
someone's going
fact.
to make more money than the other person. You make the same amount of money and you're both breadwinners. The thing is, we cannot now eliminate this thing because we're trying to be modern. That's my point, right?
Okay.
And then saying that you don't want to feel needed or you don't care to feel needed, I think that that's wrong. First of all, the fact that we all generally want to feel wanted. How do you imagine that and this is want, not need. You, again, in the house with your wife, she doesn't need you. She has a vibrator. You can sleep.
That's it.
So then what do you now want to do? I don't need you.
He went
Yes,
there.
but he got you. But he got
No, he
you.
didn't.
Okay,
Here's
so
why.
okay, you know what?
What?
Remove it. Let her deal with herself.
Here's why. Here's
Let
why.
her deal with herself.
That feeds into my point of, I know you. Even if you didn't need me, you still wanted me to do that with you. That's what.
So that's-
so
yeah.
exactly. And there's that.
We agreed on that already.
There's that feeling of, for example, I can't remember the last time my girlfriend has touched a gas pump.
As you should not have.
I can't remember, genuinely, since we've dated. I can't remember the last time she's touched a gas pump. But it's the fact that I know that she can go fill her gas herself.
Yeah.
But she'll be like, hey, babe, I'm about to be out of gas.
But
It's
what is
fact
the
that
reason for that?
For me, I like knowing that you don't need me to handle anything for you.
Wait, Ejiro.
You can do it for yourself.
Is that not a sense of security?
What do you mean?
That your man is going to take care of pumping the gas for you. That's a sense of security.
No, that's her understanding that I don't need you to handle this for me, but I want you to be a part of my life, and this is something that you like to do.
So you're making it arbitrary rather than this is something that is part of chivalry. This is something that is part of security.
I
Women
use that-
pumping their
I
gas
use that as an
are
example.
in general are generally
I
in
use
more
that as an
risk when they're pumping their gas rather than if a man was to pump his
I
gas.
use that as an example because I'm not trying to go too deep into it specifically.
And
But
this-
what I'm saying is, for me, it works as though I would and this is just might be my own personal thing. It might be wild, might not make sense, but I like knowing that you can handle this yourself. You could do this yourself. You can take your car to get an oil change. You could do whatever you need to do by yourself. You can fix everything in the house and figure it out for yourself. But it's the fact that you chose to willingly include me in a part of your life
Boy, Ejiro.
that you can handle for yourself and ask me to do it.
That's a
Ejiro,
very general way of
when
looking
she
at it.
was single, was she not doing this before? This is not something special.
That's why I'm saying it's
No.
the want
So
to
we-
include me in
so-
your life.
let's agree on some things, right?
I still didn't, because you guys still don't understand what I was talking about in the beginning. I've been holding it.
Hold this, please. Write it down. Don't forget, because I can't even remember. I think
Because what Ejiro thinks I was talking about in the beginning was not what I was even talking about.
Okay, so then
before
we'll
we
need to
get there,
clarify.
let me just say we agree that everybody needs to feel wanted. Everybody
Okay.
wants to feel wanted.
Yes.
We agree that it's not a dependency; it's a choice to include you. Right?
Agreed.
Right. So based on those two agreements, the nature of specifically men is that they want to feel needed. If you do a vote or a survey, you will find out that most men want or need to feel needed, even if it's in a domestic way, in a financial way, in a chore way, in a way that women, again, and all these things that you're saying, it's not like nobody can do it for themselves.
No, of course. Because
But
they'll
I
do it
need
before you get in a relationship. They'll do
Right.
it.
So I was about to say, use an example that's very vulgar. So I don't want to use that, but I can. What do you?
So here's why.
English has escaped me.
Wait, so before Ejiro goes deeper, I'm
Idris
going
was-
to
it's not
explain.
going
No,
deep.
say your own. But I'm saying that you can do something by yourself, but then you need a wife or a husband to help you do that thing, that makes your life easier, even if it's just that. Also, while getting into marriage, and there's a lot more deeper things about marriage than somebody feeling needed and wanted. This is very surface.
So here's why I would disagree with you. If we look at the definition of the two words,
You two will go back and forth.
no, I'm
for
just
the next
saying if
30
we want to hear
minutes.
if we want to look at the definition of two words, right? Need is defined as the require of something because it's essential or very important. Second is then it's expressing necessity or obligation. Want is described as having the desire to possess or do something or wish for or ought to should for something.
We know the definition.
So
of
that's
this.
why I'm saying want is the optimum word because
Let me see that need again, because I want to use your same gas pump example. She needs to get her gas. If she doesn't get her gas, she's
No,
not going
but you
anywhere.
say men
No,
want-
wait. She requires you to get this gas because it's essential and very important to her. It's the definition of need I've
But
really just
that-
read out to you now.
Well, what I'm telling you is that's why no man wants to feel like they are completely essential to the life of somebody.
I didn't say that. I said
But
literally.
that's need.
No.
That's the definition of need.
Listen,
said no man
I
wants to
said-
feel that?
No, that's not what I said. I said that.
No, I mean,
don't-
I'm just asking him to
was-
clarify. You said no man wants to
He
feel
said
that.
all men want to feel needed. And I would argue that no man wants to feel needed because I don't want to feel like I'm the
No,
essential
you see,
part
the
of your
word
life.
no. You're saying the word no man wants to feel needed.
Generalization. Most men don't want to feel like they're the corner and center stone of your life.
Pause.
I
And
don't think
that's
that's
where
necessarily true.
the difference is.
Which
Right?
is what
no,
a
no,
need
wait.
is.
No. I can need you. If I have 10 things that complete my life, I can need you for 4 of those things.
There's people that need you that don't even want
I
you.
don't even want you. Do you understand? I don't need you for all 10
There's
things.
people that need
I
you because
for
they are
certain
useless
things.
Are you-
and
not-
they need you to pay their rent, but they don't want you.
Are
sounds-
you not,
sounds like
are you-
trauma.
are you not hearing? Are you not
sound-
hearing?
you sound
why
like you're
I'm saying-
traumatized.
No,
Whose rent am I paying?
Wait, hold on. Are y'all not now? Are you not understanding why I'm saying there's a difference? Because there are people who will need you but don't want you in their life. But there's somebody
Well-
who doesn't need you but wants you in their life. Which one is better?
We've not.
No! Answer the question.
Listen, Ejiro, listen. Use your ear and listen. I've not said either one of those two
I love
things.
this game.
Move this microphone away from your mouth. I've not said either one is wrong. You're saying that men don't want to feel needed. They don't want to feel like you need them for everything. And I've told you that that's not the case. Men, that is the case. But men want to feel needed. You might need me specifically for sex, for financial ease, and for
mental
and For
support,
mental support.
for-
Or actually, let's remove mental support and for fixing things. For your mental support, you have your therapist. You don't need me. For
therapist is
raising
different than a
children,
husband.
it's different.
Thank
But
you.
it's different. But
You're
are you
not
not
knocking
are
your
you-
therapist,
No,
are you?
are you going to now dictate what somebody needs in their life? Some husbands don't know how to listen and talk back.
That's
they will
true.
go to a
That's
therapist.
true.
Yeah, but
let's
the
not
the
act
woman
like
still needs
let's
them,
not
but
act-
they're supplementing them.
Thank you.
everything is supplemented. This podcast is a supplement.
Wow. Wow.
So that's
we're
my
just-
point.
We're just beans.
Beans.
It's okay. No worry.
Gary. Anyway, so that's what I'm saying. She doesn't have to need you. Nobody wants someone to be, again, like I was dependent, completely dependent on them. That doesn't mean you can't need me for certain things.
Okay.
That's all.
So, about what was your initial gripe?
Oh, so now you have time for me.
Oh God.
I go mute your mic now.
After you've been talking for the last 20
Now I
minutes.
tried to give him space to talk. He would talk.
No, I'm going to
Yeah, reclaiming your
enjoy.
time.
I know we're going to be hearing those marbles.
As in just all in the microphone.
You can hear where.
Oh God.
When you're ready.
So, what I was getting at, and I think I didn't really get to explain it well. I don't have any problem with any boss bees, right? If you actually are one.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between saying that you are something and being something. There's a difference between Beyonce and Nicki Minaj. There's a difference between actually embodying something and being in the environment where, look at this show, Succession, right? Wait. I would say
I think
every-
that was a bad example, though. I think that was a very bad example.
Well, I get what he was getting at.
the people who get it will get it.
Like, I don't want to say
because they're boss bees in their own lane.
in their own lane, but if in
People-
the lane
the
that
people-
he's talking about,
the people who
one
get
is the
it,
boss beast and watch.
The
and
people
one
who
is
get
not.
it will get it.
But
Just remember Carrie Hilson.
Wow.
Finish,
Exactly.
finish,
Now
finish.
you get it.
Finish.
But what I was saying is right is it made me lose my shit.
Remember.
There's a difference between saying that you are that boss B and actually being it. I'll give you an example, right? There's a TV show right now that's very, very, very popular called Succession. The reason why
seen it.
you never seen it.
I started.
You don't have to
It's
watch
good,
it.
actually.
It's okay. It's pretty good. The reason why people watch that show, or some people, especially in the fashion industry, watch that show, is because they don't look like they are spending money on their clothes. But the money that is in their clothes is far, far greater than you can imagine. The brands that they're wearing, t-shirt that looks just like this, no logo, $700, right? They don't need to tell you that they're wearing Ferragamo. They don't need to tell you that they're wearing Gucci. They don't need to tell you that they're wearing all these high fashion brands because there's a difference between new money and old money, right? A lot of new money clothing that people wear, you will see the logo, plastered, Gucci. But the Gucci that they're selling to billionaires doesn't say Gucci there. It says it here on the tag. That's the real money. Okay. So the difference between the boss Bs that are shouting it for everybody to hear and they can't go on social media without mentioning that they are boss Bs, and the ones that are actually CEOs, the ones that are actually pushing thoughts and production and moving the economy, they don't need to say that they are. That's where that difference is. And that's the woman that most men don't want, is the one that is very, very, very vocal about saying, I don't need a man.
Okay.
The one that's very, very vocal is saying, I can take care of myself. Yes, so you can take care of yourself. These ones can take care of themselves too. But they don't make it their whole personality. Yeah. They don't make it all that they're about. That's, all I am is I'm a boss B. I can take care of myself. I never need a man. At the end of the day, you want a man. You're saying that you don't need a man. Look at freaking Meg Thee Stallion. All the songs. Don't need this. Don't need that. Leave him, F him. She's the one that is the biggest simp out of all of them with the guy that she's with.
City girls.
That's what I was getting at. Not necessarily that men don't need women or women don't need men. Yes, we're all going to need each other. But 90% of the time, if you're talking to most men and you're asking them what they need, what kind of woman they want, they're not saying, I need a boss B. Let's be real. They're not. They're not saying, I need the most independent woman. They're saying that I need a woman that can take care of me, that I can go to with my issues, that can make me feel safe, that can make me feel heard as a man, especially as a black man in this country where 90% of the time, your opinion means nothing. That's what most men want. But yeah, so yes, it's great to have an independent woman. It's great to have a woman that can help you provide for your family because you're providing for your family what? Together. And if you're in that relationship where she's even making more money, all power to you. I don't have a problem with my wife making more money than me. Shoot, I love it. I love if my wife is a billionaire and I'm making the money. I'll still work. I'll still enjoy doing what I'm doing.
What you're doing, yeah.
You know, but I'm not going out there into the dating scene and saying the thing that I need most is a boss B. If that's what she is, if she's a CEO, if she's a manager, whatever she is, if she is those things, great.
So the caveat I want to add to that is that also a lot of men don't help with the original topic of submission
Thank you.
because they either have a twisted understanding of what it means,
Or the biggest thing of all, ego.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
ego.
there.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
when you ask men, they tell you
We have so much ego as men, it's ridiculous.
That also plays into why women, or I should say most women these days that you interview on the street, why they don't want to submit. And then also, women, I think if you
I can
find
cancel myself right
don't
now.
cancel yourself. don't do it.
No, do it.
Fight,
So I can clip it.
fight.
No, do it. We want to blow.
Fight the
We want to
intrusive.
blow. We want to blow. We want
Fight
to
the
blow.
intrusive thoughts.
We want to blow. We want to blow.
No, but hold the thoughts.
I'll just give a little hint.
Say,
There's a big thing going out there right now about the fact that a lot of women these days are just wannabe men.
actually, I have a good example from Love Island, but I'm going to finish what I'm saying. Get back to that.
they're aspiring to be what the man has been.
Yeah. But back to what I
I
was
have
saying
an
though.
argument against that. though.
Hold it. Don't
is
forget
where-
it.
But
though.
yeah, let's hold that one.
Hold it.
I think we're gonna
But-
give you guys an extra long episode because we missed one this week, but we're gonna talk about it.
So
Who's
like,
editing it?
but back to what I was saying though, a lot of women, and if you find yourself a basic, sensible woman, I'm not talking about somebody on the extreme end of any spectrums. It's not a problem for them to submit. Most women have, I don't want to say the need or the urge, but most women will happily submit
If you
to
treat her
someone
right.
to someone that treats them
If
right,
you're a
that has
man
a
with
vision.
sense and good
If-
head on your
wait
shoulders,
now.
I've
Let
even
me-
noticed that a lot more lately now. If you ask women what they want to be, they're realizing that they don't want to go to work.
Sit down and tell me now.
They're actually realizing that, wait, shit, we had it good. Why are we trying to go to work when we are enjoying before? Yeah, so there's
You know the
still...
problem with that? A lot of men are not doing what men used to do back then.
That's true as well.
that's my rebuttal.
But
to his
what
wannabe answer.
makes that available? It's not just one person's fault.
No.
It's a whole environment. It's
Listen,
a whole thing where women now can go to work. Men are realizing, oh, women can go to work. Shoot, I don't need to do it that much.
I think-
it's a whole environment.
I don't think it's an environment thing. I think it's
You want to blame one side.
Let's not blaming one side. You said that most women now want to be men. My argument is that most men these days don't want to be men.
So they have to be men. The thing is, though,
So
nobody
if you are
wants a
putting
masculine woman.
this is the thing with whip. This is the thing with whip.
If you give someone a candy, you're telling them not to take the candy.
Wait, let me finish now. So there's a saying that women are multipliers, right? Whatever you give to them, they will multiply and give back to you. In the literal sense, you give a woman, she'll give you a baby.
You give a woman a brick, she gives
If
you a
you
home.
give her a brick, she'll give you a home.
Yeah.
If you give
I have a
her
perfume from
if
you.
you give her an apartment, she makes
That's
it
all
a
I can
home,
afford.
etc., etc. If these men nowadays aren't doing their best to be men, these women are essentially trying to be their most hyper independent selves out of survival. Because men these days don't actually want to be men and are lazy.
I don't think it's out of survival. I truly don't think it's out of survival. I think, yes, women empowerment, feminism, a lot of women out here are actually denouncing feminism. Crazy enough.
Denouncing hyperfeminism, not feminism as a whole.
What is the definition?
When they
of
talk about it, they don't say hyperfeminism, they just say feminism.
feminism
original-
on its own is almost misogyny the other way.
I disagree because the original feminism was essentially just fighting for the rights of women.
For equality, but not
But
all
there's-
women want
there's
equality.
There's a whole
problem.
alt-right thing. But what my specific rebuttal to Oba was literally the reason why a lot of women are quote unquote wanting to be more men or are trying to be more like men is out of necessity. Because most men nowadays don't want to be men, and quite a lot of them are lazy.
That's a very fair point.
Quite a lot of men are lazy. A lot of people these women have to hustle because in this day and age, if you don't walk, you will not chop.
I don't want to go too deep into it because I could fight back against this, but we'll be here all day.
yeah.
So let's go into the next topic. Do we have a Amaziaso?
Did you have a question about the submission part, or it was just?
It was just.
Because I don't know if we actually asked.
I don't even think we answered it, but we went to a different topic. Mine specifically was
I think that topic was more sweet. I won't lie to you.
my topic was specifically just how culture tends to subjugate women and children. But
Which is true.
we went into something completely different. But
I had a thought that would cancel me too.
what was the thought? Say it. Yeah,
No, we don't have time
Cannot
anymore.
catch me.
Laura
All
Piana,
right.
$700 for
So,
shit.
A chat. A shot.
A shit.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. All right. Am I the asshole?
The Ezo.
Where is
This
this?
is the goal.
Just give me
That's
one
the
second.
that's the aim.
Let
To
me
be able to
pull-
afford
let me pull this up.
polo shirts that is $600.
It doesn't even look that good.
What they're wearing on this TV show, like you guys need to actually watch this Succession TV show.
But that's the thing, though.
The subtle hints of crazy wealth on that show. Just normal t-shirts.
Yeah.
Hi, $600.
Before you pick Am I the Asshole, I saw a video. It was a prank. This guy left his baby's car seat on top of the car, and then he got in like he forgot and started driving. If you see the panic in everybody's faces. If you see people, old men with their walking sticks trying to chase the car. I'm like, nah, if this guy should step out of that car, they're going to beat you. They will beat you. Nah, don't play with people like that.
Speaking of beating, Nigerian policemen.
Wait,
Abuse of power.
Oh, the slap that guy.
Not even that one. There was one where like two young cadets.
Yes, when
they
they
held
are
up.
army shirts.
Yeah, they held up the whole thing, and you know traffic is already crazy. And they were making Snapchat or whatever. I'm like, this is useless.
They're
boys.
making Snapchat.
They were recording it now that they can't do anything. Yeah, you didn't see the video. They stopped, and people. All you can do is
Please.
honk.
Redo the whole country. That country needs flogging. The whole country needs flogging.
Let's reset button. Anyway.
Because,
is
truthfully,
this is me hoping he did not just say that.
you know what I meant by it. You do
I don't know if TikTok would know what
I
you
don't
meant.
know. Talk to the person that's social media coordinator.
I don't know if TikTok.
If he has sense, you got it correctly.
I guarantee you.
But guess
All
what?
you do
But
is-
guess what? We
all
both
you
know.
do is take
Edro,
that clip,
Edro, we both know.
I will
We
put-
both know he doesn't have sense.
You take that clip,
You know what I'll
look
put?
at our face, put a screeching record, and then just add the end.
I'm even surprised he's not doing. You know those AI tools they're using now that they'll create like a rap. Like they'll put like Chief Keef over like Biden's voice. I'm surprised he's not doing that with my voice already.
Nah.
Just creating him, just making me
I'm
say
compiling.
crazy
I'm
things.
compiling the
It's
lyrics.
evidence.
I'm compiling the lyrics. When
compiling
it's long enough for
evidence.
like 16
You
bars.
start saying KKK and all that.
Compiling the evidence.
Don't worry.
But today's Am I the Asshole is titled The Bedroom Equalizer.
That sounds funny.
Aguero.
Aguero!
Was that Equalizer or yeah, winner?
Equal. No, that was the winner.
Winner, yeah.
Crazy.
It says, I'm just going to get right to it.
He's not gonna get it.
My
Ejiro.
25-year-old female boyfriend, 28-year-old male, likes to be called daddy in bed while we're being intimate.
Intimity.
I've obliged this request, but it started to creep me out, and I've decided I don't want to do it anymore. He is not happy with this and insists that it has nothing to do with the connotation of the word. He just simply enjoys hearing me say it. Since he wasn't budging on the issue, I told him I'd like for him to call me grandma in bed as a compromise. He did like this option and said it was giving him visuals he would prefer not to have. Like, okay, join the fucking club.
Don't do that.
Anyway, the last time he tried to initiate intimacy with me, I started to refer to myself as grandma in third person. Do you like when grandma does that?
Doesn't like the taste of his own medicine.
ETC. And he flew up the handle. Said it ruined the mood, made him feel gross, and I was ridiculous. I think I proved my point, but he thinks I'm being an asshole. So, am I the asshole?
If I was doing that and someone said that to me, I just hope to God that my imagination just chills. Because if I imagine anything, I'll throw up. And it's your fault. And I'll throw up on you.
This is further proof. This is further proof that men sometimes can't handle what we dish out.
What?
So you want her to be calling you daddy,
But
and daddy.
That's weird though. You know, that's something I always had an issue with, right? All this daddy stuff.
that's why they changed it
Right?
to Zaddy now.
There's
Would you
daddy.
call would men actually call women mommy
Mommy, what?
or mom? You cannot.
Not mommy,
You
what?
cannot.
Mommy, what?
So why this fetish for having her call you? Because that's something. I feel like that is deep rooted in some
don't even go
pedophilia
there.
stuff.
Don't even go there. Don't even
I
go
feel like
there.
that's-
I think that's where it was going.
That's deep rooted.
It's ego. They
It's
like to
not
feel
just
like
ego. How can you be thinking that you are knocking someone that is?
It's also weird because you want her to call you daddy. So are you also visualizing
Yourself as her father.
and doing your
What is wrong with you people?
people are fantasies, yeah? Yucky.
So personally, I think she is an asshole. But a very funny one. Way to put the shoe on the other
She's
foot.
a commendable asshole.
She's a commendable asshole. Honorable mention.